Hi family, Alisia Antonette here from the Energy Healing Channel TV, and I wanted to do a video. It's been, I think, roughly since September since I've done a video, and the main reason is because the holder for my phone keeps breaking. So I'm like, I must be getting really close to some good information that I want to share with you guys because the energy forces, you know, around me and things like that don't necessarily want me to share information, right? So I am working through the technical issues, which I find it pretty funny because it's kind of like, when you really start getting to the juicy good stuff, that seems to be like when things happen, things go wrong, and all of that stuff. So just wanted to hop on. It has been a few months. Today is December 19th, and we're coming up on a very miraculous time, which is going to be December 21st. So that's in about 2 days or so. So many people are, they're going to be having live streams and all kinds of different meditation events and things of that nature. And honestly, I don't feel like it's necessary for me to do that, although I will be doing it in my personal meditation space. I actually have been slowly like increasing my meditation time. So typically, people tend to meditate maybe for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe even up to 40 minutes. But me personally, I'm actually going to be meditating for 2 hours straight each day. So that's going to be my, I would say, my next phase of my journey, which is really giving to myself, because I find that meditating 30 minutes or less is not as fulfilling as doing an hour. I get to clear a whole lot more BS out of my space when I do an hour, anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour. And because I've taken so many steps up, in my energy working space, in just my space overall, I feel that, doing 2 hours is going to really, really help me clear and become more centered in my space. Now, where did I get the whole idea of doing 2 hours? So, one of my teachers, a class recently ended on Saturday, this past Saturday, the 18th, which was yesterday, and he posed kind of, some encouragement to think about or even consider doing 2 hour meditations. Now, that is a hefty order because in this time of fast paced living, I have to go to work, I have to do this, I have to take care of the kids, I have to do this or do that. Giving to yourself is valued very, very low. And I find that my meditation space is really when I'm able to give to myself, and not, with material things or things that can easily be taken away, okay? Giving myself those 2 hours a day. So it's funny because he posed kind of that little bit of a challenge, but also just that thought about doing it, for 2 hours opposed to 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but doing a whole 2 hours. Now, recently, I've gotten a lot of clarity. I have had a few healings from the Holy Family. Today is December 20th, and I actually received a very beautiful healing from Jesus. And with that and everything just kind of cumulative from the year, I'm really just assessing my space like, okay, well, in order, I don't want to say really in order for me to like, because I do take this very seriously, my, energy work and also the spiritual supplies that I create and make. But I want to take it to the next level. So it really intrigued me when my teacher kind of posed that bit of a challenge, to meditate for 2 hours a day, each day, like not just on the weekends, not just, when you're off of work or anything like that, but 2 hours per day. And I really started thinking like 2 hours per day, like do I have time to give to myself? Do I have 2 hours of time to give to myself? Because trust me, like 45 minutes of meditation, like it goes by hecka fast. Like once you really clear, the distraction energy, once you clear all of the mind chatter, like the meditating aspect of 2 hours, it's really intriguing to me. So I'm like, you know what? Challenge accepted. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 hours per day. And I'm also looking at my channel overall, and I'm like, dude, okay, luckily, I'm able to kind of replace these parts so that I can have my camera in a holder so that I can record my videos. But it's just really funny that, kind of when I start getting close to the juicy stuff, something breaks or something, there's either a glitch or something with my phone or so I just have to kind of laugh at it. But I will be continuing my work. So the last videos that I did, I was kind of playing around with, reading my tarot cards, kind of reading the energy of the day. I also started talking about the chakras. So I left off on the second chakra. So my next video, I actually want to do about the third chakra, which is, our main power distribution center. And when I kind of look back at it, I am like, I did have a lot of energy kind of between me and that topic, because ever since I was born, I started giving my power away. I did a workshop recently where we looked at the energy of our birth and, what was going on in the delivery room, what was I able to see and perceive while being born. And it was a very enlightening it was a very enlightening experience, because I was able to see that, immediately out of the womb, I started healing my mom because she had whatever trauma in her space. I immediately started to heal her. So I was born as a healer, and in in a way that has become my Achilles heel, because wanting to help people heal, I naturally will heal somebody. And that was a really big eye opener. There was other details, and it's very interesting the things that I saw, which was I saw a past life of when, I was my birth mother was in this ambulance. And it's interesting because it was black and white. It wasn't color, but it was a black and white scene. And, I was seeing an ambulance and things like that. But there was just, in my present life birth experience, I immediately started to heal my mother at the heart space. And to this day, now that I've really been doing energy work, clearing other people's energy out of my space, clearing my parents' energy, clearing my genetic line, things of that nature, I'm starting to see and really recognize my energy versus another person's energy. And especially when it's close family like that, like our parents, our siblings, I would say mostly just our parents, because those are kind of the pillars that are in our space, and really working to push them outside of my space and define my space so that all of the energy around me is just me, has really, like, I still have energy work to do. Like, it's not complete. It's not, I haven't reached this certain level where, like, oh, I'm, this or that, but I have reached an awareness, and I'm able to recognize, like, okay, I felt some energy come into my space and I know that's not me, so I'm able to dismiss it or push it out of my space, that sort of thing. But not to, go off on that. I will more than likely go a little bit more in depth in that, but I wanted to really just make a video, guys. I've been missing getting on camera, sharing my information and my knowledge. And, with energy work, it's so layered, because it's like once you clear one layer, you come to another layer that you were not aware of. Okay. And this is because from a baby, and I saw this in my healing space, from a baby, layers starts to be put in front of us, layers and other people's lenses of how the world works and how the world operates, starts to be put into our space, and we start to kind of form our opinions and our, how we maneuver in the world with those. And so 30 plus years, of having other people's opinions, other people's energy, other people's perspectives in my space, I'm having to kind of like work backwards in a sense. And that's what I'm helping you guys to do as well. And the people, the customers and clients that I help to work with, because, we have so many layers from people that are in our family. That's where it starts. So we're born, boom. Our parents immediately start kind of, I don't want to say kind of, but they do. They start putting their information in our space, the things that they've learned, the things that they've observed that have helped them to either stay protected or whatnot. And then, teachers, friends, and so it just like builds and builds and builds, and until we have kind of this, I would say it's almost like a cast, you know, and that's really what the veil is. So the veil between our our us being able to see the spiritual side of things is built up with this layer of our parents' experiences, our aunts and uncles' experiences, our grandparents' experiences, our whole genetic line's experiences, you know, because before we're even born, we choose the genetic line, the family, and all of that that we want to be born into. And so, even with choosing that, you know, there's a preset of lenses that are downloaded to us, and being able to decipher and kind of filter through and really find our own lens that we came here with is really the journey that we're on, really the journey back to us. And the younger that you are and starting to do this type of work, the easier it is to get back to that original, you know, what you came here for, what purpose did you come here to experience, things like that. And, you know, focusing, like I said, the next video is going to be about the third chakra, focusing on your power. You know, it's really interesting because so I have my hair wrapped up. The main reason for that is because I'm protecting it at this point. So a few videos, my last video, if you look at my last video about the second chakra, you'll see that I had locks. And when I really examined my hair, I didn't like how it looked up close because of all of the stuff that I was using. I got a lot of misinformation in the beginning of my journey, and I was using things that ended up creating buildup in my hair. So I went ahead, I was like, you know what, I was really only, it felt like 3 years, but I was really only like about 2 years or so into my lock journey. I already had started with longer hair. My hair was actually past my shoulders, you know, loose afro. And so I started my locks, but I started with a lot of products. And so I made the decision that, you know, 2021, I really want to go into 2021 fresh. I don't want to go in with a lot of like the past thoughts, the past emotions, and things of that nature that was, you know, in those locks. All of them anyway. So I combed out, I would say like 90% of my locks, and I kept about 5 or 6 of them in the back. So just, you know, to represent my original set, my original, you know, kind of goal with having my hair in a free-form manner. And so I went ahead, you know, and I combed them out. It feels like it took forever, guys. But it took maybe, gosh, I would say it took damn near like 2 weeks, because each day I would do some. I couldn't just sit. I tried to sit there and just like do it, but I couldn't. So I ended up like breaking it up. I would do some and kind of take a break and then do some more. And then until I kind of got to those last, and I was like, you know what, I do want to leave some for reference, of my my first set. So I went ahead and, you know, I left those, and the rest of my hair was loose, and I let it just be free. But like, I would say like immediately the ends started to tangle and lock themselves, because it, you know, after a certain period of time, obviously after about 2 years, my hair had started to train, you know, to lock itself. So the ends became locked. But I went ahead and so I went ahead and twisted them. So I didn't do them. I didn't like part them with a comb or anything like that. I went ahead and just the parts that were kind of naturally formed from the hair tangling at the end naturally, I went ahead and like split them in two and just twisted them down. And so I'm going to leave them like that. I'm not going to be retwisting. I'm not going to be doing a lot of the extra stuff that I was doing in the with the first set. The first set, you know, I used, I think it was Shea Moisture's Lock Butter Cream, whatever it's called. You know, I used that, and I was using like, let's see, I was using some of Walter Damian Walter's hair stuff. And I'm like, okay, I really need to simplify this. I really only need, you know, shampoo, conditioner, and whatnot. So I settled on utilizing Damian Walters, just the shampoo, the two shampoos, and the conditioner. And then I actually make a herbal extract, which I'll be bringing to market shortly. I'm working on like the packaging and, you know, fulfillment of that. But the herbal extracts, so there's going to be two main products, but then from that there's going to be kind of some other products, some products more on the spiritual side of things. But for locks in general, so I have created a type of grease that black hair is used to, but without the petroleum jelly and also without the mineral oil. It's going to be castor oil based. So that right there is really going to help with the overall health and growth of black hair and just hair overall. You know, anyone that uses castor oil knows that it helps hair to grow. So I'm going to be bringing that to market. I'm in the process right now of registering the name, because no one has used the name yet, so I need to register it. Also the design and the picture and all that, because, you know, I'm not trying to have this fantastic product and then like some big company comes and, you know, snatches it out of my hands. Like, black hair care formulas from black owned businesses, you know, I think that really matters. And so I'm working on getting that, you know, registered and things like that, so that I can promote it and it be mine, and things like that. I've already started using the herbal extracts on my hair, and a lot of so you guys may not really know this about me, but, you know, I've studied Ayurveda, I've studied herbalism, and also American Indian herbalism. Okay, so there's a lot of layers to utilizing herbs and things like that. But what I've done is I've accumulated, because there's a lot of good herbs for hair growth in the Ayurvedic system. There's also herbs and remedies in the American Indian, and then also just the general information about herbs. And what I have found is, instead of using a lot of heavy oils and greases, don't get me wrong, I still use oils, okay? But the extracts, the extracts are different from essential oils, because essential oils are super, 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 super concentrated, and you have to dilute them. It's not good to put them straight on your hair or straight on your scalp, because it's likely to burn, or it can potentially cause follicular damage. You want it to be more in like an extract or mixed with an oil. And what I'm going to be doing is going to be very, very organic. Like, that's my whole point in doing it, is having it being organic. I don't like all of those other extra as preservatives and things of that nature. Like, there's no need for that. There's no need for all of that extraness. The base of the spiritual oils that I'm going to be bringing to market is going to be castor oil and almond oil. Almond oil naturally has vitamin A and vitamin E. Vitamin E is a preservative. Okay, so there's no need to add like extra stuff. But keep in mind though, you don't want to have it sitting around forever. Like, you need to use it. And the oils are going to help with different conditions. So what are conditions? So the conditions right now, I have a lot of different formulas that I've been formulating and tweaking to find the right combination, because honestly, like, some essential oil scents and fragrances do not mix well. I remember the first time that I was making my massage body rub, I mixed way too much camphor and way too much eucalyptus and orange, and like whatever that combination did not work. It smelled like ammonia. So like, there is a science to it, right? So I've been like really formulating, helping the different notes and the different scents to really come through, so that it's pleasant, but it's also beneficial to the scalp. So what I'm going to be bringing to market is more for the scalp. Okay, not, I mean, yeah, you can put it on the hair, but I mean, the hair really is a figment of your imagination, honestly. Like, the scalp is what is the important part. So for those of us that have been looking for a grease that doesn't have all that crap in it, that's what I'm going to be bringing. And there has to be a balance. A lot of people are like, no, grease is not good, oil is not good, you really don't need this oil or that oil. But some people do. You can't, because you don't need oil doesn't mean that somebody else's scalp may not need that nutrient. But what my approach and my teachings are going to be kind of focused on when it comes to the hair care is the extracts, okay? Because the extracts penetrate the skin, they help the hair follicle, and you can use them in combination with the shampoo and the conditioner that you're going to use. Now with locks, there's so much controversy, and I honestly don't have the time or the energy really to spend on that. whatever floats your boat when it comes to shampoo and conditioner, or just shampoo. Like, everybody kind of has their own philosophy. The main thing is to learn about yourself. Your hair is not like the person that you're watching on YouTube, okay? There's so many hair gurus or hair people on YouTube that it has people out here trying all these different things without really reaching that result. They're just always kind of like going, trying to find this certain result. And it's like, okay, but your hair, like, you don't have their parents, right? Your parents are not the same as their parents. So your chemistry is not exactly the same. And that's kind of the downfall in the hair community, because it's like, you know, you're showing us this beautiful style that you can do, or you're showing us this beautiful kind of like after or outcome, but what type of genes do you have? What type, there's that. And then there's also, what stress is in your life. What responsibilities do you have in your life? Because not everybody handles stress the same way. Not everybody has those same stressors. Some people have kids, some people do not have kids. Some people have a really stressful job, and some people and other people don't. So, my approach to it is going to be just an overall what helps hair, okay? Not what hair type, not, oh, the, the classifications with the 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C. All of that really is just fluff information. And me being an herbalist, getting down to the root, pun intended, okay? Getting down to the root of it. And extracts deliver the value of the plant without it being too strong. Because essential oils, don't get me wrong, essential oils are fantastic for hair, but they need to be diluted to a certain percentage. And if they're not, they can cause issues. They can cause dryness, they can cause irritation, they can cause itchiness, and things of that nature. But I've noticed, with extracts, because it's diluted, the vegetable alcohol and also the deionized water, and then the combination of the herb, it helps to absorb beautifully into the skin. And it can be used by all cultures. That's my focus, because although I am, I am a locked haired African American or Black, whatever you want to consider my body to be. It doesn't matter. I have hair, you have hair. How does hair grow? That was one big point that Mr. Damian Walter really pointed out. He is a trained hair professional. He went to school to learn about hair. And when you let hair be hair, it's going to grow. But when you try and force a lot of things that don't help hair to be hair, then that's when you're going to have problems and things like that. Okay, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent about the hair stuff, but that is going to be like a focus of my spiritual products. It's going to be hair oil or hair grease that you're going to anoint your scalp with. And I focus and say scalp because the hair that's already like out of the scalp, there's not much you can really do to it in the matter of growing it, because that I've noticed is the bigger part of the issue, is the growing it part. Like once it's already out of your scalp, like, you know, yeah, conditioning it, wrapping it up, or keeping it, healthy, trimmed, and all of those things. Um, of course, those matter, but the main focus should really be on the scalp. And even, you know, I also am a subscriber to Yanni, the logologist. She also mentions, and I would say more in earlier videos, really hammered in like it's your scalp, it's the health of your scalp. And at my healing center, I like to help take a look at the whole entire person, from nutrition to your energetic environment to your body chemistry and things of that nature, because that's why I said, I've studied Ayurveda, so I know about the doshas, and different doshas really require different things in their life. For example, myself, I really need to do self massage every night because of my dosha type, and also I have to balance certain types of foods in my diet and things of that nature. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. I am deciding to do this full time. So I'm going to be doing YouTube full time. I'm going to be doing just my business overall full time. So I will be actually creating courses for my Patreon page. I already have a Patreon page, but I signed up and kind of joined when it was a newer concept, and I didn't really have an idea of how I was going to use it. But now I have a better idea of how I'm going to use that space, with the subscriptions and things of that nature. So if you go to my homepage here on YouTube, you'll see my Patreon link, and you can sign up. I have to double check, but I'm probably just going to do, a $5 membership, because I'm not trying to, like, I don't need to be charging like some extravagant as price for some of the information, but there is more in-depth information that I want to share that YouTube really doesn't fit, as far as like the depth of what I want to share and help people to discover about themselves. I do have my Reiki training, and you can find that on my website at apothecaryenergy.com. And I work with a lot of women. Men are welcome, but there is a lot more work with women that I do, and it's really working on awakening the goddess within, because many of us are asleep. And even though, there's this beautiful, miraculous event happening on the 20th of December, many of us are still kind of being lulled to sleep. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. right now. I've missed you guys. I've missed, creating the content and sharing my knowledge. I want to really start doing the daily content. Like I have a background in digital marketing, okay? Just to kind of, we're going to close this video out, but I have a background in digital marketing, and I already know that content and sharing the information is very, very valuable. And like I said, it's funny that, once I kind of get this groove going, like I have kind of my content laid out, boom, something breaks with my with my equipment. And I want to just encourage you guys to share this content, and also check back, like the content that I'm going to be sharing now and into the future is really going to be fulfilling, more than just filling up your time, because I know a lot of you guys are at home working, dealing with balancing, your work space and your home space all in one space, and not having that separation. And I say that from experience, because that's what I'm doing myself. I'm actually looking to get a new space for my workspace, because working from home, it's not exactly easy. It sometimes it is necessary to have that separation, work and home. And so I'm actually, not this week, more than likely after the holiday, I'm going to go and tour a few places to look at, and get an actual space, because I feel that I would definitely be more creative there, and I would be able to deliver more consistent content. Let's see, is there anything else that I wanted to share? Yeah, I'm just really excited. I kind of got myself this gift of a new holder, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward, okay? And I'm just really looking forward to sharing with you guys and really getting to know my community, the community of people that I'm meant to connect with here in this lifetime. And I really look forward to bringing to market the products that I recently mentioned, and just really sharing my knowledge and information, and also offering consultations, because I do offer what's called a discovery call, where I get to, we get to talk for about 20 minutes and figure out, how it is that I can help you, because I'm not meant to help everybody that comes across my channel or comes across my website. And that's not meant to be mean or to be a bitch about things, but it's really for me to see, like, are we a good fit? Would you be someone that I can help? Right? Because if not, then I need to refer you out to someone else that I may know, and that's how that works there. But I will go ahead and cut it here. It's been great. I know this video is quite long, and I do appreciate you spending your time with me. to hear kind of what I've been working on and like catching up with me and where I'm at. And I really, so tomorrow is Monday the 20th. Okay, so I'm working on my accountability to record a video a day. Okay, and tomorrow I will be on talking about the third chakra. So if you want more information on the third chakra, and because the third chakra is very, I would say, one of the most important chakras, because the readings and the healings that I've done thus far, the third chakra, I would say, is one that is most affected. Okay, with the, let's see, I would say the third chakra is number one. The sixth, our clairvoyance, is number two. Number three would be the heart chakra. Okay. Number four would be the fifth chakra. And I mean, really, like all of our chakras are affected in different ways. But I would say in that order, those are the ones that people have a lot. And see, when I think about it, it's like, well, all of the chakras, all of the chakras are, you know, people have many, many layers and many, many energies that they're working on. But I'm not going to keep going. I would say, tomorrow I'm going to do the video for the third chakra. It's time. I have cleared a lot of energy, and guys, I mean, like, being a real energy worker, like, when I'm helping other people clear energy, I'm also clearing that energy out of my space. So a lot of times, like, I have to clear like a certain amount of energy to really even like begin to meet the people that I can help, because they're because a lot of times that's how energy works. Like, when you have so much blockages in your space, like, it's hard for those people to even see you, or for those people to even, for you to even see those people too, like, where that you have matching pictures with. And real quick, what is a matching picture? I've said it like a few times in some videos, but I don't think I've ever really explained what a matching picture is. So a matching picture is where, say, for example, I am a massage therapist, right? You're a massage therapist, and in my situation, I'm just having this hard time right now because it's the pandemic and I'm not able to work, things like that. And then you have that same scenario in your situation, even though it may not be identical, but you still have those same like highlight elements. That's what a matching picture is. Okay, so you have those same things. And so, like, as an energy worker, like, part of the goal is to clear enough energy. And how do you clear enough energy? You heal yourself. We are able to heal ourselves. And when the programming in our space says that we cannot heal ourselves, then that's when we go dormant, we kind of not flourish, basically. But when we are active and we're healing ourselves, we're clearing that energy, that's when those clients that we can help start to flow in. Okay. And so that's what I really, really been working on. But I will cut it here. I'm not gonna like keep you on for too much longer. I'm excited because I've cleared enough energy, and I'm just like, man, like that was quite a thing. And I'm also going to do a video about cannabis and marijuana, because I had quite the journey with that medicinal herb, that my kind of story time around that topic, I would like to share, because I'm sure someone else is going through that, you know, and I want to offer some insight from what I gained, because I was actually able to speak to the marijuana plant, the cannabis plant, and find out what agreement this lifetime we had together, and did I want to keep that agreement or not? Okay. So yeah, that'll be in an upcoming video. So I will bid you good night, and I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow, Monday, December 20th. Peace.